Welcome to Football Today TV. These is your home for updated football news. So feel free to share your opinions and remember to subscribe as we continue to grow our family. In the world of football, emotions often run high. Victories are celebrated passionately, defeats are felt deeply, and rivalries can ignite reactions that go far beyond the pitch. But sometimes, those emotions spill into public spaces in ways that capture the attention of fans across the globe. This is exactly what happened following Paris Saint-Germain's historic Champions League triumph, when a heated exchange involving an Arsenal hero and his radio co-host revealed just how deeply football loyalties can divide opinions. The scene was set after Paris Saint-Germain, one of Europe's most ambitious clubs, finally achieved what had long eluded them: the UEFA Champions League trophy. For years, PSG had invested heavily in world-class talent, building squads filled with global superstars in pursuit of European glory. Despite their domestic dominance in France, the Champions League remained just out of reach, becoming almost an obsession for the club and its supporters. That all changed when PSG secured their long-awaited victory, marking a historic moment not only for the club but for French football as a whole. Celebrations erupted across Paris, with fans taking to the streets to celebrate a triumph that had been years in the making. For many neutral observers, it was a story of persistence, ambition, and eventual success. However, not everyone shared in the celebration. In a surprising turn of events, an Arsenal legend, known for his loyalty to the North London club and his deep understanding of football culture, found himself in a tense on-air exchange with his radio co-host. The disagreement was sparked by the co-host's enthusiastic reaction to PSG's victory, which the Arsenal hero perceived as excessive and perhaps even provocative. What began as a routine discussion about the Champions League final quickly escalated into a passionate debate. The co-host openly expressed admiration for PSG's achievement, highlighting the quality of their squad and the significance of their victory on the European stage. But for the Arsenal icon, this reaction seemed to strike a nerve. From his perspective, the celebration of PSG's success was not entirely neutral. Instead, it was seen as a reflection of broader rivalries and underlying tensions within European football. Arsenal, a club with its own rich history and passionate fan base, has long aspired to win the Champions League but has yet to achieve that goal. For many Arsenal supporters, watching other clubs lift the trophy can be a painful reminder of missed opportunities. The Arsenal hero's response was immediate and emotional. He challenged his co-host's enthusiasm, questioning why so much emphasis was being placed on PSG's victory. In his view, the celebration seemed disproportionate, especially considering the context of Arsenal's own journey and ambitions. As the conversation unfolded, it became clear that this was more than just a disagreement about a single match. It was a reflection of deeper footballing identities, how fans and former players interpret success, loyalty, and rivalry. For the Arsenal legend, the Champions League is not just a competition. It is a symbol of ultimate achievement, something that carries immense emotional weight. The co-host, on the other hand, defended his position by emphasizing the global significance of PSG's win. He argued that the victory represented a milestone for the club and for French football, deserving recognition and celebration regardless of personal allegiances. From his perspective, appreciating quality and achievement should transcend club rivalries. This clash of viewpoints resonated with listeners and quickly gained traction online. Clips of the exchange circulated on social media, sparking debates among fans. Some sided with the Arsenal hero, agreeing that loyalty to one's club should influence how rival successes are perceived. Others supported the co-host, arguing that football is ultimately about celebrating excellence, no matter where it comes from. The incident highlights a fundamental aspect of football culture: the tension between loyalty and objectivity. For fans and former players alike, supporting a club often means viewing the game through a deeply personal lens. Success for one team can feel like failure for another, and emotions can override neutral analysis. For Arsenal supporters, the Champions League remains an unfulfilled dream. The club's closest attempt came in 2006 when they reached the final but fell short. Since then, the competition has been a source of both hope and frustration. Each season brings renewed optimism, but also the risk of disappointment. PSG's victory, therefore, carries different meanings for different audiences. For their fans, it is the culmination of years of effort and investment. For others, it may be seen as the success of a club backed by significant financial resources, raising questions about the balance of power in modern football. His debate is not new. The role of money in football has been a topic of discussion for decades, particularly in relation to clubs like PSG. While their success is undeniable, critics often point to their financial backing as a key factor, arguing that it creates an uneven playing field. At the same time, supporters of PSG would argue that investment alone does not guarantee success. The club's previous failures in the Champions League demonstrate that building a winning team requires more than just resources. It requires strategy, cohesion, and resilience. The radio exchange between the Arsenal hero and his co-host captures this broader conversation. It reflects the complexity of modern football, where success is influenced by a combination of factors, including talent, management, investment, and culture. Beyond the immediate controversy, the incident also raises questions about the role of former players in media. As pundits and commentators, they are expected to provide insight and analysis. However, their perspectives are often shaped by their own experiences and loyalties. For the Arsenal legend, his reaction can be seen as an extension of his identity as a former player. His connection to the club is not just professional but emotional, and that connection influences how he interprets events in the football world. This authenticity is part of what makes football media engaging. Fans appreciate hearing genuine opinions, even when they are controversial. At the same time, it can lead to heated debates, as different perspectives collide. The response from the football community has been varied. Some have praised the Arsenal hero for his passion and honesty, viewing his reaction as a reflection of true football loyalty. Others have criticized him for lacking objectivity, arguing that PSG's achievement deserves recognition regardless of personal bias. In many ways, this incident is a microcosm of football fandom itself. It demonstrates how the game can unite and divide, inspire and frustrate, all at the same time. It shows that football is not just about what happens on the pitch, but also about how those moments are experienced and interpreted by people around the world. As the dust settles, the focus will inevitably return to the game itself. PSG's victory will be remembered as a historic achievement, while Arsenal will continue their pursuit of European success. The debate sparked by this exchange may fade, but the underlying themes will remain. Football, after all, is a game of passion. It thrives on emotion, rivalry, and the stories that unfold both on and off the pitch. Moments like this remind us why the sport captivates millions, because it is as much about human experience as it is about competition. In the end, the clash between the Arsenal hero and his co-host is not just about PSG's victory. It is about identity, loyalty, and the way we connect with the game. It is about how different perspectives can lead to meaningful conversations, even when they are heated. And perhaps most importantly, it is a reminder that in football, as in life, there is rarely a single perspective that tells the whole story.